Good day, everybody, and welcome to the Lionel double train 10x6 layout. This is going to be a long video. I'd like to describe the layout first before I run the other train, because it's hard to keep it on the trestles and talk at the same time. The other one I can just, because it's not on a grate, I can just let it run the outside. Engine's got a good smoker. I had a New York Central steamer there, and I picked up the New York Central cars somewhere else, and I paired them together. Hey, why not? See the signal bridge work. Another angle on a video. Watch the signal bridge light go. I love all our accessories. Lionel's, that's one of the neater ones. This is the beacon tower that works on head heat instead of vibrating. Funny story here. I've worked on a few of these and I forgot the direction of rotation. So as I'm trying to get it to work smooth, I'm trying to make it work the other way. I'm trying to figure out why it keeps stopping. But it only goes one direction. I was putting it the wrong way. I figured it out. If you look at the top, it's got these vents that point away from each other. So when the hot air pushes up, it pushes it counterclockwise, and I couldn't figure that out right away. So I let it go the other way, and now it works good. Also, they won't work right away. These take a little bit to heat up. So if it doesn't turn right away, I was trying to spin it to help it, and I wasn't pushing it the right way. While we're back here, you can see the crossing blinker, the electronic box here. Looks like a little green circuit board. That's a Dali Electronics flasher. That'll make the blinker blink like a real one. If you just use the Lionel contactor, it's still plenty neat. But how do I say, it's erratic or something like that. But Dali made a blinker that'll work on HO even. It's any gauge. Real easy to hook up or wire. So of course I got two main layouts here. The beacon tower, the truss bridge, telephone pole set of course. The automatic milk car, which is on the freight train up there, of course. And right on the other side, I used the log dump tray for the log dump, same spot. And I added a automatic brakeman car too, or operating brakeman car, which works in the same spot with the same remote track. The vintage pre-war tunnel, which I saved. And watch the semaphore work. This is neat. Final semaphore. You want to run those about 14 volts. If you run higher, just like anything else, it gets too hot, it could melt the semaphore head. I really want to talk about the delay station here in a little bit. Show you how it works. It's a Lionel operating delay station. And how to wire it. I'm using the Lionel KW for the double train, for the transformer, and of course the remote switches, or controllers. And I got 3 track blocks, with the 4th being the overall loop in the middle, or the B throttle on the transformer. But the A handle is split up into 3 parts, each passing track, and then everything else around the loop. So if you wanted to stop one train and hit the switch and run the other, you can. My train clock. I'm gonna bring it on the inside siding here. To show you the delay station. But it won't stop right now. I got it on continuous. These delay stations gonna cover right now are so nice. And guess what? They're real cheap. The train will, if you set it as a switch inside, I'll show you. You can set it where the train will stop in front and take off on its own, for those that don't know it. And you don't have to touch the throttle. Got a light inside. I'll explain how to hook it up later. But one more thing first. You have to set your engine. To use the delay feature, you have to lock out your E unit. So if you have the lever, this one has electronic. But if you have the lever operated E unit, you put the lever off, one way or the other. This one's got a little switch underneath it. Actually, there's a procedure though first. Just to cycle it so it'll go in forward only. You go from neutral. We were going forward, so it stopped. There's neutral, reverse, neutral, and then turn the throttle off. At that point, put your lever over or hit the switch, which I'm trying to hit without taking it off. I think it's on. Can't remember which side it was. I'm going to put the camera down a minute. It's on the driver's side there. It's a little switch you push back and forth to lock the unit. And like you see now, when you work the throttle, of course, it only goes forward. And if you don't do that first, when you use the operating delay station, when the power comes back on to send the train away, it'll just hit neutral. So you lock the E unit, so it'll go forward. It's kind of a newer Lionel steamer, a little bit later model. I'm going to see if I get the tripod here. As the train goes by here, take the lid off. Just lays on there. And maybe I'll have to hold it. You can see inside here, here's the thermal switch. And right now, it's set on continuous, or C-O-N-T period. So the train will just run right through. If you want to delay it, you start moving it And you can set the rate of delay as much as you want. Oop, I didn't hit it enough. So right off continuous is the fastest or the least amount of time it'll stop at the station. And then the more you move the lever, the longer it'll remain there. Just heard my E unit buzzing on the FM up there. That's not good. I had the throttle on partially. And when the thermal switch does its thing, it'll take off again. Like that. It comes around again. No hands on the throttle. Super cool. They're under 50 bucks usually. Sometimes guys want more if they're really immaculate. 80 bucks, whatever, original box, 100, but you can usually get them on eBay for under 50. And they usually all work. Very rare to have a burned out switch. This is the only thing that's in it, really. I'm going to set it a little longer, just show you. Very easy to hook up. There's only 3 terminals on the bottom. See the 3 wires here. One of the terminals takes center rail from outside. Oh, of course there's a track block. So you got a center rail pin here and here for your isolated track section. So you start with number 1 contact, picks up center rail from outside or your regular loop. And then there's a second lock-on that goes inside the loop, which one in outer rail to one terminal and center rail to the other. And that powers the center rail after the switch closes. If you ever test one of these, the only way to do it is with the engine on the track. Lionel being so ingenious, all their inventors, engineers, I mean, they had it figured where when you leave your throttle on, there's a small amount of current that goes through the thermal switch, which grounds to the outer rail by going through the motor. Right now it's going through the motor itself. Although the light won't come on or anything, the headlight. It grounds through the motor. It runs from the center rail and down. And that'll close the switch and then it gets full power to go. So if you want to test these switches, you probably burn it out or won't do anything unless you actually hook it up and put an engine on. Then the thermal switch will work or not. Yeah, that's about it. Just gonna let it go one more time for fun here. Now I'm gonna put it back on continuous so it'll keep going. You could have even more fun with a passing siding like this to keep it set. And just run the outer loop until you feel like it's stopping, and then put it on the inner loop and it's already set to stop, and the outer loop it'll keep going. I'll run the FM a little here. Trainmaster. Call it the big stick. Trainmasters. There goes the dally and the crossing gate. I gotta really concentrate so I don't put the throttle the wrong way and dump it. Make a video at the same time, it's kind of tough. You can get them going same direction or opposite each train. We'll go one more time around the trestles, and then I'm going to show the dump cars and the milk car. First time I made this layout, I just had the switches without the track here, isolating the two loops. The inner loop just went straight down like this with two straights. I thought, why not put a couple of switches there and connect them? I had to cut a section special. And make them independent, so you can run two at once without them colliding. I'm going to track block this one now. All right. Fun. So he's on number 2, so I just hit this. And of course it won't move then. We're going to bring the FM down. When you go from one throttle to the other, you just kind of turn on the throttle for the track you're going to. The switch is right here. So I'm going to turn the track on up a little bit, I'm going to. And then you just drive off onto it. And the other throttle will pick it up. Now it's on this one. Of course, you turn the other one back off. You know what I almost forgot to do, though? No biggie. They wouldn't have hit. I forgot to close the switch down. Here she comes. Here she comes. Nice long straight. One thing I like about this layout, non-derailing switches, of course. You don't have to throw them. Forgot to mention, it also has the operating searchlight car. It's that one where the head turns around. A little sticky here, but comes the milk. Line her up in the middle, right? And you gotta play with the voltage on these. Too much voltage, you'll shoot them on the floor. The controller here. Not enough voltage, it won't come out. Hope I don't shoot him now. We got him jammed. There we go. He's working great. These are the non-magnetic ones that matters. These cars take non-magnetic, so if you ever buy replacements, if yours are missing or they're missing altogether, you got to make sure you get the right cans or they won't work right. Some are magnetic, of course. The log dump. Let's see if I get this. There goes the searchlight. It's a little sticky. I should work on that, but the log dump takes very little voltage. Here we go. Woo! Should have left it. It was fine. Away we go. I was just thinking this morning about how the early railroads with the refrigerator cars, thinking of the milk car here, how they brought the fruit to places with the refrigerator cars that never happened before. The fruit wouldn't make it, it would spoil otherwise. So they started making refrigerator cars, and all of a sudden everybody's eating fruit in them. But that was great. And the meat. Everything stays preserved. Get another angle here. Hope nothing goes wrong. I'll never get to the throttle in time. One of these days I'm going to make a barrier for my big board. It's too hard right now. I always hate to take them down, but it's so they can go to a good home. First chance I get, I'm gonna make a quick video on how to really quickly restore these 022s and all the things, all the points to do, all the things to catch so they work right again. Unless it's a really rough switch, you can have that going in 15 minutes, and there's a lot of work, like many things to do, but that's simple and quick. I'm gonna go back up for fun. Start this other throttle. I think it was up for some reason. I forgot it up. I'm gonna switch throttles here. Turn this one off. Oh. That's all right. Something. Oh, I derailed. Whatever. I think I hit a switch hard. I don't think it non-derailed. Oh, guess what happened? The old plug coming out. My fixed voltage plug came out. It didn't non-derail for me. Thought that was a little funny. I think I'll just leave it. It's too hard to get at with the trestle. The plug came out there though. It's only for display right now. Get a good look at the gate and the blinker quick. See the gate behind it. One more time around, I think I'll end the video. All right. One more thing before I leave. I'd mentioned I'm running fixed voltage, which is neat. You don't have to have the engine on or throttle to work the switch then. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to use these plugs. And then you just, of course, have to have the throttle on when you throw the switch lever. That activates the switch. But these little plugs go on the side too, so you can throw a switch without the train running. Even as you approach it, you don't have to worry about things like that. So that's it. I'm gonna make another quick video. Watch for it of a cab ride with this layout. I like doing that just for fun, putting those on too. All right. You have any questions about anything I talk about, like the accessories? Feel free to ask me in the comments. I don't know everything, but I know a little bit. Always learning. All right, that's it, and thanks for watching.